B, dump that bitch. That's it. And I'm not even lying. Like, I actually made it a habit of not paying for my fucking dates. And there's like useful reasons for it. Number one, I'm not going to invest in something I don't fucking have. Number two, it's kind of like when you make her pay like her half, it's kind of like she's going to feel like now she's somewhat invested. So she kind of wants something. She'll hope it will like kind of work out.
Feminist bullshit.
No, fuck that. No, fuck that. Because here's the thing.
Men don't do that. I don't know.
I do it, but I don't give a fuck.
No. Hold on. Pay.
I've only had one man allowed me to pay half of the bill. And I have been on a lot of first dates.
Yeah, getting a lot of free food.
And but I don't need free meal, Jaden. But I have always offered to pay, like, split the bill.
Look, I can understand that.
That's absolutely a trap. If a man says yes, I'll split the bill. I'll probably pick the whole bill. I won't even split it.
How is that a trap?
I'll pay it because they're never going to get a second date.
No, but the thing is, here's the thing. Usually some men really just want to know if their girl cares about them. So for an example, if I'm going on a date with a girl that I don't know, I'm obviously going to want some sort of 50-50 split. It's not like I'm just going to leave and dip after her. I just want to know that she would invest in me just as much as I would invest in her. I mean, you can't put all men in a box and say, oh, yeah, this man is just going to want money from me and then just dip after. Nah, I just don't think that, Sarah. I don't think.
And just remember, Jaden, women always show up after the fact. Like, you hear stories about women like, my man takes care of me, this and that. But were you with him when he was
exactly.
Yes. 40 grand? No, you
exactly. That's why you don't. They want you when you already have what they think they deserve to be provided for. Whereas, like, if they were not willing to be with you, like, I can think of my cousin. They met in high school. They were both broke as fuck. So actually, his brother, my other cousin, same thing with him. And he got out of the Marines while he was in college. They were living in an apartment for free because he agreed to be like the repairman. He's doing really well now. Both of them are, actually. But I mean, it's just like I like that. I mean, I would say these are like decent women, but there are so many women out there, and you even hear them talk about it, where it's like if the guy isn't already established and making money and all of this stuff, it's like, well, fuck, you don't like him for who he is. I mean, it's fucking, these women are trash.
For real, that's what I'm saying.
No. What I was saying is, you don't love him, you love the life that he gives you. Because all of a sudden, let's say he gets sick and tells you, I can't work anymore. We have to sell the $600,000 house and live in a $200,000 house. And you have to go back to work, and we're driving two $10,000 Hondas. Let's see if she stays with them.
Yeah, and Sarah right here is like disagreeing with the concept. But I mean, here's the thing. I'm not saying every woman would generally do this. There are some women who would stick with you by your side even when you're like at your lowest. But if there's just this woman who's with you just because you have this fancy lifestyle, then that's not a woman at all. Because a woman would generally take care of you, take care of the kids, take care of the house, wash the dishes, make you a sandwich. All of these things.
I don't know where you guys find these women. Let me say this, Nick. I don't know where you guys find these women that you guys are talking about. I don't know any woman like that around me, and I know a lot of women. Women stand by their men.
You hear them on this app all fucking day too.
Yeah. But this app is not real for me.
Okay. Here. Go ahead.
They're stay-at-home moms. They don't do grocery shopping. They don't cut the grass. They don't clean.
They don't make you a fucking sandwich.
Yeah, they do, and they don't even want to cook dinner, and they don't like take the kids or walk the kids to school. Like, my mom was a stay-at-home mom, but she cooked, cleaned, cut the grass, pulled weeds in the garden, and had a hot meal for my dad every day. My parents started from nothing, and they've been married 45 years. But these women don't want to do that.
Yeah, I agree. I want to play something, okay? This is a 53-year-old woman.
Yeah, go ahead.
She had a viral video like a year ago.
53. It has been several years. We are all the good men. I'm tired of being alone. with someone, I am just tired. I want to be in love. I want to share my life with someone. I want to feel the joys. I want to have my hands held. I want to be held. I want to kiss. I want to support. I want to make coffee with that person. I want my person. I want my person. Why is it so hard to find your person? I'm tired.
Because you're 53, you old ass bitch. With your fucking dried up sucky pussy. You in a whole fucking set of gray hairs. You nasty ass bitch. I don't want to fuck you. Nobody wants to fuck you. Who wants to hold hands with that and hug you and kiss you? That's fucking disgusting.
Okay, Sarah.
You fucking dick, bitch.
Okay, Sarah. I'm gonna be more rational about this.
My
You
name
can
is
say
Sarah.
that-
Sarah, don't call me Sarah.
Okay, Sarah, whatever, Sarah, whatever. But Sarah, there's multitude of women nowadays who are on OnlyFans. The people who are paying for these goddamn websites are men. But you want to know who continues these things? It's women. They have the choice to say, no, I don't want to do OnlyFans. No, they don't want to do it. But you want to know why they do it? It's because they're sluts. They don't have anything other to do. They don't have anything else to do. Like, you see mad women in Miami over there. You want to know why they call it the city of hoes? It's because there's so many hoes there. They got hoes in Miami. They got more hoes in goddamn Louisiana. They got hoes everywhere. So it's not something of, it's not even about the good woman out there. There's good women out there, but it's less than what it was before. And that is the entire question. Why should I be a man actually a hoe? I am not doing that. There's no man in this world that's going to pay for no girl's date if they're a hoe.
Men should always pick up the bill.
No, I would say in certain situations where they're my girl, then yes. If they're not my girl, then it's 50-50. I don't care. I don't care about no girl. I'm not paying for no random girl. No,
I'm not. You can call me the OG feminist.
50-50.
How? Yeah, I'm the because even
50-50 is a
how?
feminist point of
Tom
view.
Likas. I'll tell you, Tom Likas used to say he was the OG feminist. So he would tell a bitch that she has to pay half. I did it all the fucking time without fucking shame. And the thing is, though, is I didn't have a problem nailing these women. So I don't know. You say, well, it's not a good idea. Well, it worked for me. I mean, that's all I really care about is how it worked for me.
Yeah, you weren't going to bury them. They were recreational use only, Pepe.
I mean, some of them were probably could have been wife material, but I was a dick and, would just like fuck them and just kind of like, I don't really want to fucking hang out with you. I want to hang out with my friends. Go fuck yourself. But
again, like you said, Pepe, these women, like, it's funny. I know a guy that he's engaged to this girl. She had 3 kids from 3 different men.
No.
She's like 45, and he has no kids. And he has a pretty decent job. I think he's like an engineer or something. And he starts dating this girl, and she's all posting online on Instagram. Oh, my man loves me. He spoils me. He gives me everything I want. Because the thing is with him is he doesn't want to be like 60 years old living with his dog. So,
I would way rather have that. Like, what the fuck?
Exactly. Guys date down. Women don't.
I mean, if that was my son trying to marry a 45-year-old with three kids, let alone with 3 different dads, I mean, you that's when you take them out and you say, son, let's go out to the barn. And you shoot him.
Yeah.
You just put him out of his existence.
Pepe.
What?
You don't have a son.
If I did, that's exactly what would fucking happen.
Because you know what's going to happen with him is, I think this bitch was married, but she all used to think, oh, my ex was so toxic. Yeah, because he wouldn't probably buy her a Mercedes because she saw her friend get one on Instagram. I mean,
the thing is, though, that whole toxic relationship is like, this shit is so fucking stupid. You can see right through it. So basically, toxic people, not always, but more likely than not, when you meet a woman that says like, oh, I was in a toxic relationship, chances are the one before that was toxic and so was the one before that. And the reality is that people with toxic traits generally get in relationships with other toxic people. Like, this bitch is burnt goods. Like, she's no good. I mean, she has a personality flaw. And so you know, once again, you just save drama. You save the drama and don't date these women. And you don't pay for their fucking kids. You don't do any of that shit.
Don't split the date bill.
I would do whatever the fuck I want. I'm a grown ass man.
No,
You see, it's one thing if I ask a girl, if I ask like a woman out, like, then I'll kind of be like, well, it's like my treats. Like if I ask a friend if he wants to go out to eat, like a guy friend, it's like, oh, you know, I'll sometimes pay for it. But if it's like a fucking, just some bitch, like oftentimes they'd be like, oh, do you want to hang out sometime? Like, I'm definitely not paying for their shit.
And for an example, I would say that multiple girls expect like money from like the first date. So like for an example. I have to think about that question.
Why do you think they created Pepe the Passport Bros? Because these women in these other countries are much more submissive and are actually real women that will cook and clean for you.
Well, I think it's twofold. I think number one, a lot of these, I mean, getting like a mail order bride has always been like a way that white men or men in general could like, they could get like an Asian woman or something that, or a Russian woman that was like more attractive than what they would have gotten in the United States. I just think it's them. Some of it I think is disgusting. I saw like a 40-something-year-old guy, and he paid the mother to marry her daughter, who's like an attractive like 19-year-old, and I'm thinking like this guy's a creep.
Yeah, that is fucked up.
What do you think?
Pepe, if they're like, you know, like 40 and they're going for something like 35 or something like that, yeah, that's creepy. It's like 45 going for a 19-year-old, like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Wait, but what do you think of people like Andrew Tate saying it's okay to date girls who's like 19 and above age if you're 40? I'd say this, like, if a 19-year-old who's down to fuck a 40-something-year-old is gonna fuck a 40-something-year-old, whether it's you or not. So, I mean, I don't really care. I mean, I when I was 17, I fucked a 42-year-old woman. Mm-hmm. Like, I didn't, you know, it wasn't traumatizing to me.
A 40-something-year-old woman raped you.
No, it wasn't me. It was just like fucking a 16-year-old, you know, that would have been like around my age. Except for she gave me my fucking, you know, she did kind of give me the creep. She wanted, like, she's like, I want to be in a relationship with you. And it's like, what the fuck? Her daughter was my age. But I survived rape as a juvenile, I guess.
Jaden, you have a very, very annoying background noise.
Yeah, sorry.
And you're eating? No. Mute up now.
Yes, mother.
I mean, I don't know. Like, this bitch up at top, in the link above, and then the China woman that was like, you know, saying like, there's like seriously a shortage of attractive guys. But like neither of these bitches would be seen with an attractive guy. Like, I don't even understand why the fuck these bitches are like even bringing it up. Like, when would they ever be seen with like some tall, handsome stud? They would not be fucking with these frumpy bitches. And I think it more points towards like what's wrong with women in social media. A lot of these stupid sluts like to do, you know, what do you call it, Snapchat filters, and you think you're like, and you think you're hot shit. And
too, it's like the more sexual partners a woman has, the less likely she is to be married. And like the ones that say, "Oh, I just want to settle down."
Yeah, they ride the cock carousel for 30 fucking years, and it's like, I deserve a good man. I want to, yeah, no, like fuck you and your dirty used up pussy.
Yeah, or the boss bitch that all of a sudden she gets married at like 38 and then has a kid like the next year and then is divorced like 3 years later.
Yeah, I would never go for one of those.
No, not the boss bitch is the worst.
That is so weird, like on Tinder, seeing, like, there's one, she's attractive, she's about my age, and she's like working upper level management, something like that, and like that, it's like, that's her little flex. And I'm just thinking, like, dude, you're like a dumb bitch. Like, you're using that. First of all, if a guy was to say that on his Tinder profile, you'd be saying that that's fucking cheesy. But she kind of thinks it's like a flex, like as if guys really give a fuck about this dumb bitch.
Pepe, do you watch that YouTube channel, like Catching a Gold Digger? The funny shit that those guys do, it's hilarious.
I have. I mean, I've seen. I could tell a lot of them were choreographed or like fake.
Yeah, but he has like the Toyota Corolla, and the girl doesn't want to pay attention. He's like, I'm just kidding. That's my real car. It's my Ferrari.
Yeah, I've seen those. Thing is, though, is like I've only known a handful of people that I would say were like, they weren't billionaires, but you know, they had money in the hundreds of millions, or their family did, and like they went like way out of their way to not let people know who they were or look like they have money. They were like super. It was always on their mind, like, you know, who's gonna try to them or ask them for money. But never problems I had.
Just like Taylor Swift, Pepe. I mean, how many sexual partners has she had? Like 15?
Well, I mean, she's a. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's different though. It's just like pick between being like a celebrity, like the most popular pop singer for years, and being a fucking mom at home. Like, I can there's like exceptions to every rule, so I wouldn't really get on her case about it. She's a big exception to the rule. But I don't know.
Yeah, this chicken is tasting good.
But I don't know. I mean, I know I see some of you sluts are down in the audience who are just like listening and just be like, oh my God, that's not me. You know, fuck this asshole. Who does he think he is? But I don't know.
Fuck you, sluts.
If any of you guys want to come up here and bitch and say like, oh my God, there is a shortage of attractive men, tell me why so many of you average, frumpy looking whores are somehow like, I don't know, worth dating. I'd love to.
Yeah. And you know, some of these bitches nowadays think that they deserve like a top 1% man. Like all of them are normal ass bitches. They come from normal ass homes. How the fuck do they even deserve these niggas who work their entire life off? And when these niggas talk about, go and make me a sandwich, they want to argue back like, bitch, I worked hard and you're going to come here and tell me what the fuck to do? No, you live in my house. You live in my house. You follow fucking what the fuck I say.
I mean, yeah, it's... But I mean, I have a feeling these women, the only good thing they're going to get out of life, I think, though, is that when they're young, they sometimes get fucked by... But you generally have to be better than average. Like, you're attractive, but not, like, ideal. And some of these, like, high-value men, as they like to put it, will, like, fuck them, you know? But purely recreational use. And... You know, but they're not going to end up with them in the day. So the one good thing they can look back to is like the glory days of a guy who's the high school quarterback. He almost could, if it wasn't for that one game, he could have just, maybe he would have gone to a D1 school for college. Maybe he would have made it into the big leagues. You know, these women will get to look back and say, oh, if only it would have worked out with him, then I would be living such a luxurious life with that tall, strapping stud. But the reality is that it doesn't work out. But they do get to dream about the time how they almost got it, and they got to get fucked by those Chads, and that's basically the same.
Look at all these feminists in the fucking Chad talking shit. Like,
no, like it's the feminazis. Like the ones that are most fucked up, Pepe, are like you read those articles about the kids. Like finding out that their mom's on like OnlyFans and committing suicide because they're getting made fun of like so badly at school.
I mean, could you imagine, like, bro, I busted the biggest fucking nut looking at your mom's tits, bro. Like, you'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
that shit would scar a kid.
Yeah, that would be weird.
Exactly.
And you know, I find it funny.
Pepe, bring people on the stage. I think people have their hands up.
I did. I invited everybody that had their hand up.
Oh.
Yeah, they always want to talk shit in the chat, but they don't want to say nothing up in here.
Chat warriors, Jade.
But it is men's fault at the end of the day. We're biologically hardwired to, unfortunately, want to, like, if we
Have
can't get what
multiple women.
we want, like at any given point in time, we'll do a substitute.
Feminist woman, and then you guys want 50-50. So I don't know. Pick your fucking battles.
Okay. We're gonna go there, right? Okay. So let me explain something to you. Do you think feminists, a lot of feminists, have the responsibility to adhere to what they are supposed to do? For an example, feminists want to have the same careers as men. They want to do everything as a man. They want to do all these shit that they don't even want to do generally. So for a fact, I know these fucking women are lying. They don't want equality. They want equality for themselves. Everyone here can agree with me because this shit is funny as shit. All these women nowadays just want equality for themselves, but not to adhere to the responsibility as the same as a man. This is why I am so done with goddamn women in 2025, because all of them come from keyboard warrior parents, or they're just literally just keyboard warriors in general. Some of these women nowadays are on.
What?
You say what?
Trust me.
Do what?
Just mod me for a second. I'll drop. Just mod me.
You don't have to drop. Just I'll let you drop.
No, I had to take out the trash. That John Kitover is Edmund. And
Yeah,
he
I
is
know who he is.
he literally, dude, he's streaming the room to his Instagram dancing naked. And I feel like I've had to explain this to people 100 times to boot him. He sits in the audience and streams rooms, recording it to his Instagram, dancing naked. He is a sick in the head freak. If you see him, boot him, please.
Still streaming with one of those anons down there. You can't kick the anons out.
Well, I'll just say this. Well,
I have his alt blocked. So what I'm saying is, even though someone might not be able to appear, they still can't come in if they're blocked by a mod. That's one of the only things that's good.
Well,
All right, now that I can
you can
now that
stay
I can
up
actually-
here. You're fine.
now that I can actually talk. Okay, first off, if it wasn't recording, my reply, and now I can actually say it. When you say, "Oh my God, I'm 25 and I'm so done with women," I almost got off the mic and said, "Okay, well, enjoy men," because what I've been hearing is absolutely disgusting. Okay, if you're on an app and you're saying that you're just on there to just hook up, and then you're complaining about the quality of the women, hello? Okay, the worst thing that happens in society, and this is for both genders, they don't do any vetting. They don't do an ounce of vetting. They just match, and they just either jump right into a date. There's no phone calls, barely anything, just surface level. And then you realize, oh my God, this is a total disaster. And then they want to try and get out of paying when they should have just done vetting ahead of time. I can tell you right here, right now, anytime that I have ever been on those apps, and I haven't been in a while, all you have to do is pick up the phone. 1 or 2 phone calls before you go out, you 90% confidence you can figure out, as long as you ask the right questions, whether it's worth your time if you're actually trying to date. And people don't do that. And so what happens is you get to the date, you realize there's 0 there, and then you want to try and get out of your responsibility even though you asked for the date. I don't care if it was absolutely complete mismatch. Being a man is paying it and moving on, and hopefully learning a lesson and not ending up at a date where you didn't do any vetting. And before you come
fuck
off the
that
mic,
shit. No, fuck that shit.
Yeah, no. I know. You hate the idea of responsibility.
No. It's not about even responsibility. It's about the fact. No.
You need to fix your bicycle tire, dude.
Oh, no, fuck that shit.
Fix whatever the hell
fuck
noise
that
is
shit.
coming off your mic, dude. You're blowing up our ears with the weird clicking noise.
It's the rain. But fuck that shit.
Well, then get out of the rain.
No, but what I'm talking about is different to what men should do. Men should be prepared first before going on a date, making sure that the person they're on a date with isn't just using them for money. Stefan, I know you're not a dumbass. When you go on a date with somebody, the first thing you should do is make sure at least they are attracted to you. Is that right, Stefan?
Well, first off, it's Steven, and it doesn't.
Oh,
really
Steven,
matter.
whatever.
Yeah. Well, it's not whatever. It's here's the thing. Hopefully, you're listening because you might be able to learn something. I'm going to tell you right here. First off, also your profile. The only thing on it that it says is atheist. And you think you're going to find a tradition? You think you're going to find a traditional value woman?
It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter. It does not fucking matter. Because here's the thing. No, it doesn't. Because here's the thing. I'm not asking for a relationship. I'm asking to just have sex. That's the entire fucking point. I don't give a fuck about a relationship.
Shut up, dude. Why are you complaining about women if you're just using them?
It doesn't matter.
Well, I just want to say this.
You just literally use women, but then you're gonna sit here and take 20 minutes to complain about women.
I do want to
stick in the head. Dude.
I kind of want to deflect to something else. And so the other problem with women is that they say they want one thing, but they don't. And so, you know how a lot of women, tend to be more liberal than guys. It's no surprise there. Well, dude, you can go on like Reddit. There's there's one called like fucking fascist. There's a bunch of them, but like they're like ashamed of their embarrassment. But they like literally talk about how they want to have really rough sex with some MAGA Chad, and because in a way liberal men repulse them, or they're repulsed by liberal men, and so it's I don't know, like how. I don't even know what when I hear like the women that, like in these videos like I was posting. I mean, I think they're being very disingenuous. I think why is that 53-year-old woman that was whining and crying earlier? Why is she in the situation she's in? Now I can say why I'm in a situation I'm in. I didn't really bet. I was in a relationship with a crazy bitch for 8 years, and that says something about me. At least I realize it. So I'm not like, saying like, oh, if only I met the right woman. Like, I make my own choices. But Steven, I have to push back. You said make phone calls. Dude, I do not want to be stuck on a phone with a woman for like twice. Like, that fucking sucks. Like, I could be doing something else.
Okay, so you can't invest in a phone call, but you actually think you're going to find the woman that's meant for the rest of your life. Well, do you understand how backwards that sounds?
I'm not even looking, so I guess maybe
that's why. Okay. So then this is why this conversation is so disjointed. Because some people in the chat and on stage are talking about women to date long term, and some are talking about one and done. The one and done should absolutely shut the hell up about women if that's all they're using them for.
Well, actually,
no judgment. If that's all you want to do, if that's all you want to do, and as long as they consent, go ham. But who in the hell do you think you are to criticize women's depth when all you do is see them as a release?
Well, actually, I don't think that we're talking about as in a basis of like just fucking them and then dipping. What I think we're talking about.
That's what you just said.
You want a sexual release doll that sticks around.
Yeah, that's what I said. But I'm not saying that I want that long term. I just said that I want that now. The difference here is that we're talking about the shortage of attractive. We're talking about the basis of women nowadays, and you
don't get the right to have an opinion.
How so?
If you're not treating a woman as someone to date, then you do not get to hold them to a standard as if you are dating. And that's vice versa for women to men too. If it's not established that this is something that is more than just a meetup, then you can't put expectations on either side. And the fact that you keep trying to put expectations on them when you have zero interest in anything meaningful, that's on you.
Well, I'm not saying that it's not meaningful to be in a relationship. What I'm saying is that in America itself, there's not that much good women to date.
You're just dead wrong.
I'm not
You're
saying
dead
every
wrong. You're
single-
not. You just
I'm not
said
saying-
that
no,
you
no, no,
haven't
no, no,
been
no.
looking for women to date.
Whoa,
So you don't.
wait, hold on. I said I'm only looking to have sex. Second, I never
Then
said
why
I'm
are
only
you
looking.
commenting on the dating?
I never.
pool?
Wait. Hold on. Don't interrupt me. I was talking.
I
Oh,
can
what
do
I'm
whatever
saying-
I want. I'm a mod.
Yo, Pepe, make me a mod real quick. Make me a mod real quick.
I mean, I've known him for a while.
Yeah, this is
You have
fucking
20
annoying.
followers. You're an atheist punk. You
Yeah,
just
of
treat
course.
women like me, and you're gonna talk to me that way?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
I mean, let's be for real. All the time, you can say that I can't make an opinion based on the women of today because I'm not dating. But that doesn't
Right.
necessarily mean any fucking thing. Just because someone doesn't have, like, I don't even think anybody has to have an opinion or even do the exact thing that they're doing to have an opinion. Just like an atheist or an agnostic atheist can talk about Christianity, even though they're not religious. You can't use that same thing on me. No,
Jay,
Have you heard of a word called humility?
No.
Have you heard of a word? Oh, you haven't? Well, that makes sense. Also, please fix your broken tricycle. It's blowing our eardrums out.
Well, Jaden,
Please.
I have a question because
Whatever that weird clicking noise is, dude, is so annoying. Like, it's
Yeah,
probably
it's the
worse than
rain.
the chirping.
It's the rain. I'm not gonna
Jaden,
lie.
I have some concern with what you were saying. Now, we do know that there is another epidemic. I know we're talking about the epidemic of
Yeah.
not many attractive males, but there's also an epidemic of absentee fathers in the black community, and
Yeah.
they do tend to emphasize the bump in the hay or roll in the hay, as they say it in the country. I'm not from the country, but they and then they just take off and like basically they go after the pussy, but they're not like really like good father or husband material.
Jaden, are you mentally ill? If you're not talking, why do you keep unmuting yourself? Your background noise is really, really fucking annoying.
Yeah, if I keep muting myself, if I'm muting myself, that means I'm trying to make the noise less for your ears.
You keep unmuting yourself when someone is talking and then muting, unmuting, muting. Stop it.
Then what the fuck do you want me to do? Because if I have my fucking my shit on, then you're gonna.
Okay, I'll fix it. You're welcome, everybody. Mountain, how are you? What's your opinion? Hello? Mountain time?
Yeah, sorry, my phone was in my pocket. I was at the park with my dog. Is there a shortage of attractive men? So I'm gay. I'm not gay, so I guess to answer that, I don't think it's that, man. I think that, so I was reading a deal, and I've never really verified this, but it was saying that almost 80% of younger men are choosing to be single nowadays in America. And, I came from a pretty rough relationship myself. I did choose to date a little bit younger than me. I mean, I'm 35. I was 31 when I was dating a 20-year-old, and that was probably a mistake, she was a lot younger than me. But I just noticed, man, that probably on both sides, we have Tinder, we have Chatterbait, we have all that, we have all this dopamine and stuff like that seems to be affecting us. I think that maybe on both sides, but a lot of us, maybe it's just easier for people to walk away. It's easier than ever now to walk away from relationships, not put up with anything. A lot of times the woman or the man is unwilling to put up with too much. They're willing to walk away. And normally you're going to have problems in relationships here and there. That's a normal thing. People are taught to kind of walk away from that. Also, sometimes women I've noticed they have this expectation, a lot of them. Maybe men do this too, but a lot of the women, they believe that they only need to bring themselves to the table and that's it. No cooking, no nothing. Like, I cooked, when I had my girlfriend. I always cooked. I always cleaned and stuff. It was a little bit bullshit, Her expectation was mainly to be there, I think. But for hers or a lot of women, I've noticed that with my relationships, that they want you to bring them happiness and peace and lift them up and everything. But them, they just have to exist, and that's good enough.
Then you need to walk away. Or you need to do better vetting so you don't get trapped in the first place.
Well,
It's actually, I know this might sound like a crazy concept, but to the guys who say, oh my God, I don't want to waste time with a couple phone calls, you would be surprised how much you can learn ahead of time to where you won't make, a $100-$200 mistake for your first date. Oh my God, I had no idea such was like this. We're totally opposite. Guess how you could have figured that out ahead of time? A phone call. It's not rocket science.
It's not a traditional, so I don't know about you guys, but I'm not the traditional type that goes out and and meets girls on like normally I meet my girlfriends at work or at like through a friend or something like that. Like I'm not actively going out on fucking dates and stuff like that, so I can learn about them and stuff. It's because that's all bullshit anyway. That's not how a lot of people do it anyway. Nowadays like that. She's gonna bullshit you, or he might bullshit her anyway. If you go on a date, tell me about yourself. Oh, okay. Well, now that I know that you're a complete fucking train wreck, and then you have a lot of baggage, now I know that doesn't work like that, bro. They're not going to give you complete transparency of what is going on in their life. It took me a while to realize that the girl that I was with she admitted she had lots of trauma and lots of bullshit, lots of emotional issues, things I didn't realize until I was kind of hooked by the pussy and by the emotions.
Yeah, but then the problem with the phone call is that what Steven doesn't understand is then maybe they'll think like, well, maybe he's not that much of a fucking gentleman. I shouldn't waste my time on this guy. So it fucks up my flow.
Wow. So you're admit this is incredible what I'm hearing. It's like guys, you're trying to put dating standards on women when you have no interest in actually dating them. Like you can't put expectations and standards on people. You're not applying to yourself.
This is what
He just said that he just literally said that a phone call, the woman might find out that he actually is only skin deep. He just admitted it.
I mean, well, it's
and the girl's doing the same fucking thing. She's deciding if she wants to deal with you. She's deciding.
Well, then get him on the phone.
She's doing the same thing. And check this out, Steven. Most women have backup men too. Most men have friends, have fallback men, have men that are their friends if that doesn't work out. Most women have the same fucking thing, so they're gauging and they're deciding that they want to put up with that shit or deal with it, or if you're the right one, if you're the potential mate. But the truth is, most of these women have multiple men, or at least a few men that they could fall back on. Or
that's why I like. I mean, Steven seems like a nice boy. Maybe parents would be like, "Oh, he's a nice young man. He can marry my daughter." They probably wouldn't say that about me, but that we just operate differently. But I don't know. I say like I'm not going to torture myself on fucking phone calls. Like I don't. Like there's a reason. Like whatever rooms I'm in,
I'm not giving
there's other men.
advice to you because you're not looking for it. Yeah. My advice is to the people who are actually trying to find someone serious.
But I mean, that's two torturous fucking phone calls, pretending like I care about
not
what the fuck this woman's saying.
Let me explain something to you guys. Let me clue you in on a little secret here, okay? I don't have washboard abs. I don't have a perfect situation where I'm swimming in hundreds of thousands of dollars. But you know what? In my entire life, I have never, ever had any issues with women. You want to know why? Because I know how to communicate. And there are so many women out there that are so desperate for a guy who can actually just have a basic conversation, let alone an advanced one, that if you can actually step up and learn how to talk, how to be genuine, I'm telling you, you're fine, you're good, you're set. You just have to actually choose to do it. And you guys are literally screaming to the heavens, I'm not going to talk to them. I'm not going to bother with any conversations. I'm not going to get to know them first. I'm just going to jump in and bada bing, bada boom. And it's just like, no. I'm telling you, women appreciate intelligence, women appreciate humor, women appreciate listening. And by the way, there is such a thing as being both, okay? You can date, and they also love to, they'll give you all the affection that you want. I'm just telling you, if you actually want something serious, you have to treat it seriously.
But honestly, at Mountain, it's not worth your time. I wouldn't. Don't. There's the chance of a woman being worth like settling with and listening to, or honestly, like
I've dated up my entire life.
That is nice.
But 2, 3, 4 up the scale. You want to know why? Because I actually have a head, a heart, and I actually talk, and I'm just normal.
Yeah, but
I'm not trying to use and abuse
it
them.
sounds like you like women, okay? Whereas I think they're fun to have sex with, but then like the 99% of the time you're not having sex. They're a fucking they're pain in the ass. Like why do you want to be with a woman? You have to like pretend like you like shit that they're doing, that they're saying, that's
well, that's
they want all of this reassurance and cuddling and shit.
That's where the vetting comes in. Don't be with one that's annoying. Find one that's nice. Find one that has a hobby. Find one that has some depth to it.
That will leave me the fuck
but
alone.
You can't figure that out if you don't talk to him first.
I mean, yeah, if she can just let me do my thing like almost all the time, that I could tolerate it.
Fair enough. All right, we have a woman on stage that everyone should be listening to big time. She's from the conservative X Space world. My good friend, Allie Hopper. How are you?
I'm excellent. Just settling back in, getting home from DC, and listening to this very interesting conversation.
Do you have any opinions on what you've heard?
Oh, I jumped in mid-conversation, so I'm just kind of listening to everything and kind of just taking a back seat right now.
Can I ask you two a question? There are these women, they befriended me, I don't know how, on I guess the more conservative part of X, and these women have especially on the weekends, they have these spaces where they talk dirty and they invite men to come up, and they're just very filthy middle-aged women.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Allie and Roy and Nancy and I know exactly who you're talking about.
I was like, for conservative women, you guys are really raunchy.
Yeah. We oh my god, I know exactly who you're talking about, and I can just tell you they're major exceptions to the rule. They are very strange people, but
it also matters
very,
time of the day, Steven. I mean, everyone's on a different time zone. So when you're getting Saturday night at 2 o'clock in the morning
about
on the
the
East
trio.
Coast. Yeah.
He's literally talking. You can't make this up.
Spicy spaces outside of the trio, though. It depends on what time zone you're in and what day it is.
So I guess these ladies are. I figured you guys would know who I'm talking about, but they're special.
I never thought I'd hear them being referenced on Clubhouse, but here we are out in the wild. That is so crazy to me that their reputation has spread to another app that they're not even on.
Well, I'm just here. Why did these guys simp for these middle-aged women? It's so weird.
They're thirsty.
I guess old women deserve fun too. I don't know.
Simps ruin this app, bro, sometimes, I swear.
No, I'm actually more mad at simps than I am women. These OnlyFans girls would not exist if there wasn't perverts that were sending them a bunch of fucking money. And I guess the top creators can earn millions of dollars, and that is all because of simps that jerk off to their content. These people are so disgusting, and it's just so pathetic. Why would you give your hard-earned money to these women? It's just so weird. And it's not it's just sinful in a way, all around. You're actually paying a woman for doing something bad, and you're wasting your money to do something bad while looking at her content. It's just I don't know. I can think of so many other things I'd like to do with money that I've never paid for porn. Like that is the dumbest thing in the world to me.
Yeah, pretty despicable. Let me ask you this: Are you going to run this space for a while? Because I'll share it around, but I just was asking first.
Yeah, I'll keep it up.
Okay. Who's this Hamdar? Do you know?
No idea.
But I was going to say,
We're following each other, so talked to him before.
Yeah, we did talk. Yeah, thank you. Thanks. Hi, everyone. I would just, looking at the topic, I just simply want to say that there are no Mr. or Miss Perfect in the world. That's what I wanted to say about it. And I'm also kind of thinking that the expectations are getting high and high day by day. That's why, people are not finding the attractive men and women. One thing I'm always, having a hard time kind of understanding it's all. I mean, I don't mean to be disrespectful to any women or any girl here in the room, but it's why it's always about women's feeling, women's needs, women's, this, women's that. Has anybody ever thought about, has women ever think about what are man's feeling, what are men's need in a relationship, what are men's, desire in a relationship, how men or women can make kind of men happy in a relationship. They even talk about, because I'm getting a sense of it's all about women needs that, women need this, women men should be doing this to women. It's all about that kind of discussion, around the, here. But I'm just wondering, what is there anything that women can do to make men happy from the relationship perspective, so that this kind of discussion that Pepe just earlier had, it's just one side of, do everything for women, but also man has a feeling, man has a, responsibility, man has a, all the above. So
Well, I think a woman would have to answer that. If Ali, maybe she's married and has more experience. I've never been married, but also the short answer for men is men are known for not talking about their feelings, and it's kind of seen as weakness or feminine to really express your needs openly. So we just don't, it's not near, it's something that it would come a lot, men would express what they want, or how they feel way less than women generally will.
I think that it comes down to each person, honestly. You find very selfish people and you find very giving people, both men and women. So it depends on the type of person you're attracting into your inner circle. Men aren't as vocal about their feelings, but if a woman is paying attention, they can see their mannerisms, they can see how they act, what they're doing, and if things change. But it takes someone that actually cares to observe that. But whether you're being a good friend or you're being a good partner, it just takes someone that actually gives a crap.
Men from Mars, women from Venus, and he was divorced 3 times, Leo.
But yeah, to answer your question, Pepe, I am married. I have been married for 12 years.
There you go. 12 more years than me.
Has to do with how digital we've become. I mean, if you look back, courting never goes out of fashion. I mean, talking on the phone, getting to know each other before you go on the dates. I mean, if you can't spend an hour with somebody, walking around or talking on the phone, then you probably shouldn't be on a date with them anyways.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest thing. We want everything. Instant gratification means we meet on the app. We text a few times because texting is easy. You don't have to have emotion in it. You set it up. Maybe you hit it off for an hour at dinner. You go, you jump into the sack, and then you're done with them.
Well, Brian, you bring up a good point. I mean, we used to just go out on dates and have fun, like things that we both enjoyed. We'd go shooting, we'd go, clay shooting, paintball, laser tag, doing fun things that both of us enjoy. And so, it doesn't have to just be, talking on the phone or whatever. You can actually just go out and say, hey, I actually enjoy, shooting. Do you want to go shooting? And we did that.
Good luck finding girls that want to do that.
I did.
Do you live in did you grow up in the country or something?
Nope.
Really?
Yeah, most of these want to just go get $900 manicures and $600 hair appointment.
Do those exist?
That's part of this digital
They
age.
do in Scottsdale. There's always been like a segment of women that exist in that world, but
why do you guys bitch about what women do with their own money to look
no,
like you
they
guys?
we expect guys to like pamper them. There's like here in Scottsdale, you have some women that are very gorgeous. You have men that have a good bit of money to throw around, and there's going to be guys who will spoil them, I guess you can say. But that's obviously
not a
that's
date.
like the norm.
Yeah, that's not a date. Getting your hair and nails done. Like, I would never torture a guy by bringing him to one of my appointments. That is not a date, and actually, it's not even fun. No, I don't even
want a guy next to me when I'm like at my salon. Like, no, go away.
Exactly, and my hair takes so long. I'm just like, half the time, I don't even want to be sitting in that chair. Why would I drag a guy in to sit in a chair next to me when I don't want to be there? Unless there's like cocktails or something. I don't know. It's just, that's not a date.
Well, and that's part of the digital thing too, is that, what's put in front of us all the time is what makes, it gives people, ideas, but, the reality of it is, pull yourself away. If you want to get to know somebody, get away from the apps, get away from whatever you're doing. And just like Steven said, there's nothing wrong with picking up the phone and making a call. You can feel a vibe through the phone. If you guys can't agree in the first couple of phone calls, then you probably aren't compatible. Because the reality is, no matter what, if it doesn't flow naturally, yeah, sex might happen, and you might be able to get a hookup or two out of it, but you're not going to want to date. You're not going to want to put anything into it. And in reality, that first date doesn't have to be monumentous. It's what happens is you set a false expectation. If you want to take her out to dinner, take her out to dinner. Don't take her out to something that sells $200 plates, but take her out to someplace decent, someplace you can have a conversation, and then from there you'll see how it goes. When you look each other in the eye is when you'll start to know if you guys are actually compatible. If you're not looking each other in the eyes while you're talking, then you're not going to make it anyways.
Hey, Roy, while you're looking at each other in the eye, can there be like a bunch of margaritas in the middle?
Who cares what's in the middle?
I know what we're taking.
Eye contact. You can drink whatever
as long
you
as
want.
there's a big margarita with chips and salsa and queso, I am good to go.
Right, there you go. Put the big ass margarita on the table and have at it. But that conversation, if you're not looking each other in the eye and you're not responding to one another, like listening and then responding to what they say, or they're not doing it to you, then you're not connecting. I mean, that's just the reality of it. Sorry, but I understand, the instant gratification and quick sex is great, but the reality of it is that doesn't last. So nowadays, people try to get into bed. There's no shame in jumping into bed on the first date. When I was younger, that was something that if it happened, though I'm from a small town, the whole fucking town knew about it, first of all. But then that girl or that guy, that relationship didn't last. The chances of it lasting when you hook up right away go down to about 5%. And that lasting doesn't mean for life, because that's the expectation of your relationship. That's why they always say to start small and build on it. So you do something small, a cup of coffee, meet for coffee, go for a walk, do something healthy. Because if you can't do the healthy things together in the beginning, you're never going to do the healthy things together later on and enjoy it.
Roy, I want to push back, because you say it's not going to work. Why does it not work if you sleep on the first night? Is it because she turned out to be a hoe?
Well,
or is it because... But then if you didn't sleep with her on the first night, how do you know she wasn't still a hoe that would sleep with you?
Well, and that's the problem, is we live in a paranoid world. And also because sex, the culture right now is so sexual, That it's hard. It's hard on both
Do you
sides.
think it's really more sexual today?
Oh, absolutely. I truly do.
Pepe,
Like
you
I
know
said,
why?
The data shows that young, like, okay, I'm in my 40s. Like, I don't know. I understand there's a lot of drama with the younger people, especially because they grew up more or less online when it comes to dating and interactions. I don't know how much this is relevant to people my age and up, but if we can look at the data, like men had, and I think women too, had way more sex in my generation, a whole fucking lot more statistically than this current generation.
Yeah, but at what age? At what age were they doing it? Because, like I said,
From their teens up until 30.
I'm from a small town. Trust me. Where I came from, I mean, if a girl had sex before she was 17 and anybody found out about it, she was a slut. It's just the way it was.
But I went to a Catholic high school, and like I would say, at least half of the girls, lost it by 16. So this is, of course, a bigger city. So I mean, I don't know that.
I mean, I do think geographical or cultural is a problem. I think in the cities, it can be a lot more demanding on the young women and the young men, and the expectation for sex.
I think you're also half Roy's age, dude.
I'm 50, dude. He's in his 40s.
Wait, what?
I'm 50.
You're in your 40s, Pepe?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Oh my God! No, I didn't know that at all.
So I do think
he was, Steve.
Holy
Yeah, I'm like a year and a half away from being 45.
Oh wow! You just rocked my world. I've known you on the app for several years. I don't think it's ever come up.
Yeah, I
Holy
sound
cow!
young.
How old did you think he was?
Definitely in my 40s.
Wow! I thought he was in his 20s.
Oh no! Really?
I swear to God, I'm being real. Why do you think I just said he was half Roy's age? I wasn't joking.
Steven,